Hello, Arachne. You are not poison resistant, my friend, so I think what we're gonna do is phone a friend. Oh, gosh darn it. I spoke much too soon about my confidence in the area here. Hello, Mara. I mean, I definitely wish that I could have copied you instead, my friend. Arachne... Did ours blink? Arachne Venoms Arachne, da-da-da. Also one Vampiric Demon Blade on Mara. Didn't even notice that. That's rough. I think our Arachne might have just done a blink move as well. Let's phone a friend. More poison, which is great against Arachne, but not so much against Mara, unfortunately. Box of Beasts, maybe? Ishka. I mean, at least we have our fire resistance going for us. That's something in the pro column here. Otherwise, we're still in trouble with this son of a gun. Especially since I very much do not want to fight a clone of myself at this stage. We're putting all of our eggs into this basket. Let's bring out a bunch of spiders. Perfect. And then what else can I do to contribute here? I guess I can poke through and deal a little bit of damage of my own. Getting some poison on all of these Maras. Don't know which one is the real one. But it doesn't matter because the real one is in fact dead. And then hopefully we can just let our buddies take care of the rest. Arachne, please stop blinking. You could be so kind. We'll put some throwing damage into the works here and hit you one last time. Holy moly. Managed to make it through in one piece. Had to spend a few resources to do so, but at least we didn't have to spend them and then also retreat. That's generally the worst feeling one can hope for. Bunch of undead spiders. What the heck is going on here, my friends? Not ideal for us, especially that one. Well, let's back away just a wee bit here. We'll swap over to our cold-resistant chainmail. And it will put us in a slightly rougher boat against this buddy, but at least we're not quite as screwed over by the simulacrum. Still don't have very much going for us, but that does work out in the short run here. So we'll swap back to our old armor and immediately run into another simulacrum. Perfect. Unfortunately, they seem to be making a nasty habit of crawling around the long way here. So let's reach out and grab you just to get the simulacrum in a bit of a hot spot. Once more. Perfect. Don't need to bother swapping our armor, and we can just fight through the rest of these sons of guns. A little bit of drainage coming our way, which is unfortunate. Let's switch over to our fire wand to just as quickly as possible take out our frozen friend. And let's go back to our nice little corridor, getting more and more drained as we just come across a plethora of spectral spiders here. Perfect. Oh. And here I was worried with the initial foray against ice. Oh me oh my. Let's blast some destruction. Not the flavor we were looking for here. Give me fire? Hey. Had a friend, Makhleb. Thank you for your work here. Let's see. Flame Wand, is that our best bet? It might. Just might be, and it does manage to do alright. Yeah, 33 extra cold damage, then another 33 extra cold damage. Yeesh. might mean we're in lethal now. You know what, we're gonna go with the heal. Let's grab you. Oh, geez, it's so close. If you stay grabbed, I can step away. Unfortunately, I don't think we can really afford to risk it here. They did even manage, or end up dying to the constriction immediately after. A bit of a waste of the blink scroll, but I'm more than happy to play it slightly safer just to ensure our continued survival. And hopefully we get an opportunity to get rid of some of this drain. Because, oof. Slightly less than ideal circumstances. Hello, Spider 4? I was about to say where the enemy's at, but I should have just kept my glib mouth shut here. And Broodmother, please succumb to the poison as soon as possible. Thank you. And we'll focus down the jumping spiders so that we can hopefully reduce this to a much more manageable 1v1. And that is much better. Oh me oh my. Well, it's definitely not a dull run at the very least. Take that as it is. But hopefully this is getting us pretty dang close to making our way through here. Of course, fighting a brood spider on a stairs, always lovely because we have the escape option, so we can just leave and, by extension, leave all of their lovely summoned friends behind. And hello, hello. You know what? Let's get some poison on the wolf spider here. And hello, Pharaoh. And if I could just take a few of you bad boys upstairs. Ooh. A bit more poison than I would like, unfortunately. 43 damage on you, my friend. Gosh darn it. Well, this is not ideal. In fact, let's drink 1 heal wounds. Oh gosh. I want to just roll the dice. Every instinct in me is telling me to just attack one more time and see what happens. But it would be very unfortunate to die while we have 6 blink scrolls in our immediate vicinity. So with that in mind, we'll play it a little bit safer here. Don't know where the majority of this damage is coming from. Maybe we just got lucky in the first few encounters of the area, because now things are definitely a bit rougher. 3 times for 16 each on you, my friend. Apparently we're just gonna get by on Spider 4 by chugging back, just slinging back heal wounds potions. I mean, if it works, it works. So I won't complain too much. Oh, I did not think that your Orb of Destruction would make it past the pillar. And there we go. That's a bit more like it. And finally getting another ID. We can start chugging our way through the remaining unidentified bits and bobs we've managed to collect here. And even at the risk of mulching through some boomerangs, I think I'm going to be relying on them a little more heavily here rather, just to try and keep ourselves in one piece. And speaking of, let's temporarily close that door. We'll be back, don't you worry. In fact, sooner than expected, seeing as how there was not a lot more of the floor left for us to check out here. Ooh, Pharaoh, and as always, is a potential sore spot for us. If I could just get your attention and no one else's, that would be fantastic. Oh, you know what? Sometimes you just have to ask nicely. And oof, oof, oof. Hey Connells, have a great day, sir. Nice to be able to catch me live. Well, great to be able to catch you as well, my friend. Welcome, welcome. I hope your week is going well and you're having a fantastic Sunday evening or Monday morning. Always lovely to see you. Which version are we running? Currently, still on 0.29. This run was started on 0.29, so we're just trying to wrap this up. I have the update installed and ready to go for whenever we need to make the switch, which I'm hoping is going to be on Victory. No promises, of course, but that is the plan as it stands. And we'll see just how likely we are to make that happen here. Though yes, I'm not sure if we manage to avoid the unthinkable and don't fall victim to an early demise here. I'm imagining it's going to take most of today to finish off the run, but who knows, maybe we'll hit the jackpot and start sprinting our way through. So we'll have to see how it goes. Never didn't have it, surely we'll win, you know? That's the kind of spirit I appreciate, my friend, and you're not wrong. We do, in fact, never don't have it, so it should be a cakewalk, the rest of the endeavor here. Do we have another door? We do. I feel like pretty much every time I've been in Spider, in recent memory, it's been this layout. Are there any other final vaults for Spider? Or is that just good old Lady Luck? Making sure that we never quite come to a full understanding of probabilities, because my stupid human brain just cannot deal with the conflicting factors of my pattern recognition and sheer dumb luck here. Do you have any tips for Kobold? You got inspired by my great player series and you're kind of stuck in Kobold at the moment? Oof, it can definitely be a rough one. I will say that I haven't played a lot of them since the update that gave them the shortened line of sight. I mean, for me, I definitely really enjoyed the Stabber character. And potentially even, I think our Stabber character was Wujian, and it was alright. Serpent's Lash giving you kind of a free couple steps to try and get in that critical backstab is great and all, but maybe I would take some inspiration from our last Vinestalker run, and I wonder if a new Skya Stabber might be one of the ways to go on Kobold these days. It does allow you to stick with short blades the entirety of the run, which is kind of nice. Especially if you can, you know, just roll the absolute nuts and find your way into a Rapier of Speed early days, and then you're just swimming from there. But I think that might be half decent. Of course, if you run into something like a hand crossbow early on, that's a pretty fantastic pivot for most Kobold characters to take. I'm trying to think of what else is kind of critical. I mean, with your shortened line of sight, you do a bit better against a lot of ranged opponents, but you're in a rough spot for most of the heavy hit or melee, and you know, mixing that with your kind of low HP pool, it's going to be a tough run, and you will, I feel, always have unsatisfactory ends where you didn't really do anything wrong, and unfortunately luck just wasn't quite on your side, as is always liable to happen. But that's all that comes to mind off the top of my head. I'm trying to think if there are any important distinguishing factors that brought us to our successful endeavor running through. Am I just dead? Not quite dead. Berserk Emperor Scorpions. Oof. Maybe I'm the one that needs some advice at this point, because oof, yeah. Again, at the risk of running through all of our consumables much earlier than expected, I will resort to another blink scroll here. Let's play it safe. Unfortunately, we don't have one of the classic 2-tile teleports, so we do manage to make it the heck out of there. Oh me oh my. And you know, going by our usual kind of sub-strategies here, we might be in luck because we've managed to rattle the hornet's nest, as it were, if you'll excuse my terrible sense of humor. And now all of our new friends are wandering about the level, so maybe, just maybe, that gives us a bit of an opportunity here. I mean, what else are you here for? That was so bad, you know? It's a pleasure to bring that level of atrocious humor live on this Sunday evening. I'll be here next week. Okay. Getting a little bit sketchy here at the end. If a spark wasp came crumbling around or charging around the corner, might have found ourselves in a bit of a rough spot. You know, earlier I mentioned blind quaffing resistance. Turns out that was never an option. But there we go. Now we do finally have resistance back into our collection of consumables here. So maybe, just maybe, we're not as completely screwed against the next spark wasp that comes my way. Besides the fact that a single Emperor Scorpion almost was enough to take me down a peg. Oof. Don't forget to tip your waiter, of course. And there we go. Okay, we finally get the first rune of our run. It's been a bit of a trial, a bit of a tribulation, but we managed to do so. And get me out, coach. You know, I prefer not to have to use our last couple of resistance potions. 33 and an extra 18 electric. I mean, I'm not in lethal range. Famous last words. 83% chance to blow your mind. I'll take that bet. And now for real, please get me out. Please, DCSS. Don't know how much more my shattered nerves can take it here. And okie dokie. Ooh, managed to get out in one piece. That then leaves us with the next conundrum here of what the heck am I gonna do? And unfortunately, the only option might be to go back to Shoals. I mean, I was so scared of Makhleb before, but now I've defeated Mara, so I'm foolishly, potentially, feeling a bit more confident in our ability to deal with the son of a gun. Unfortunately, I don't really want to burn all of our resources just getting back through Shoals 1, and then Shoals 2 is going to be another nightmare and a half. So there's that to contend with. But we don't have many options available to us otherwise. Even taking a bit of a detour into somewhere like Elf, not really a great option when we have a severe lack of... Do you have abjuration? You don't. But a severe lack of the necessary resistances, most namely electricity. With the series of Zephyrmancers that you find down there, it's generally gonna put us in a bit of a rough spot. Okay, if the summons get too much, I was gonna say we can walk down the stairs. Scratch that. That was, of course, a very bold-faced lie. Do you know what? Let's just try and hit you one more time, my friend. Perfect. You managed to kill Makhleb at least, so that's something. One of Circe's poor victims still wondering about. Hello, my friend. Okie dokie. Let's walk up, pick up... Ooh, these boomerangs are left behind. Thanks for the kobold tips. Want to also ask, how do I view all the loot on the level as a list? So I'm going to do that a couple of times. So if you control F to bring up the find menu, and then just put in a period. So just search period, and it shows everything that is currently lying on the floor of that level. Very useful for sure. I guess it's not even just everything lying on the floor, because this does also show some other entities like shops, maybe? No, maybe it just shows stuff in shops. You know what? Scratch that last bit. Pretend I'm a genius and just said the first part of the tip. Thanks so much. Very handy. It is super nice, especially since it can be so easy to miss something absolutely critical to your run just lying around on the floor. I was very much happy to learn that little trick and use it all the time. Hello, Polyphemus. Immediately smashing me for much more damage than I would like. I even said in my head, do I risk enticing this Windrake into a fight? And my brain said yes before my body had a chance to actually make any decisions, but here we are. Okay, we deformed Polyphemus. I kind of forgot that we can't target the chest piece from Zoms, so I was actually gonna try and do some manual work on it there, but that's fine. Can put down a bit of safety, and then we do get the Executioner, so hopefully that gives us enough damage output to kind of take care of anything that comes at us here.